Odd jobs number 9. Drying paint watcher. No, this isn't a joke. Someone actually earns a living watching paint dry. A man in the UK currently has the job, and he spends his days painting sheets of cardboard to test how long new paint mixes take to dry and watching for changes in color and texture. Hello? I hear you're a new employee, yes? Good. Welcome to Paint Us, where we watch paint dry mostly. Yeah. Not the most interesting of jobs, but mostly what we do is we paint mostly house paint, sometimes art paint, on different surfaces, textures, and watch for cracking, chipping, painting, bubbling, the whole 9 yards. Separation has been a problem lately. You know, the normal thing. Today I'm going to give you an example, not so much on house paint, because I didn't have anything I was currently working on. Usually we get our shipments tomorrow, but I thought this would be good to have a demonstration. So, ignore the pink written all over it. This is my testing color. It is white. It's got pink written on it because someone dipped a red paintbrush in it and made it pink. Versus apple barrel green and folk arc metallic. Now, metallic's never going to work as well as the other two, but you want to test it more for consistency, easy to paint, For some of the different things we tested on, standard paint chips, wood. I have an entire room just dedicated to this, where it's on plywood, or not, plaster. I do metal, but today we're going to do some basics. So this is just your standard cardboard box paper, cereal box cardboard, or this is just corrugated cardboard, some brown paper bag, some lined paper, some printer paper, and just your cheap fast food. No. And that'll give us a good sample under there. So yeah, 6 items. That seems like a good sampling. For this, I'm just using a standard paintbrush. I like this one because it's just plastic base. It's not going to absorb all the paint. Yeah. Usually, I'll use, the standard paintbrush. Someone who uses this product would use. Since the paint I'm using is mostly for kids, I'm using a kid paintbrush. And then I have a pen here when I actually would do charting. So, please put your eyes down here. Thank you. I also have a jar of water. Now the first, we're going to make 3 lines of each. 1 on dry on every item, and then 1 super wet of every item. And what I mean from that, also, isn't my paint palette absolutely beautiful? Yes, it's so lovely. Definitely is. First thing you want to do is shake. Oh, I'm almost out of white or pink. I guess it says slightly pink. You can see it is the slightest shade of pink. Metallic is always very transparent, so it won't be the best to compare to. It's just what I had that was a very different brand. And then green, so we can try something a bit more pigmented. There. We don't need a lot, but it'll work. So what we'll do first, we will just put a streak of white on every piece. So streak on the napkin, streak very dry, and very thick. Why? This is old paper from a mechanic. The reason why I like using this is because it has text on it, which can help show opaqueness on white paper. Same thing with our lined paper. It's got the lines on it. The problem with it is it's much thinner than printer paper. So then I'm going to clean it and dry it very good. I'm just going to use my pants because I forgot to bring an extra napkin, but that's fine. Okay. Once I make sure it is dry, as this is called dry brushing, I'm going to put now a line of green on everything. Just a thick thing. And yeah, we do this mostly for house paint and on different materials, like different wall materials. Look at that color. Hold on. Look, it's like ever so slightly green. Okay, we'll put that back over there. Then we'll grab a little bitty bit of metallic. Oh, darn it, I didn't dry it. That's my own fault. But it's okay. You know, this isn't brain surgery. If you make a mistake, you just do another line next to it. Trust me, I'll be doing these things where you have like swatch books of different materials, like carpet, linoleum, tile. And that one, sometimes you do those for more taking it off. Okay, yeah. And seeing how easy it comes off with a nail, with different cleaners. We do that too. I need a little bit more metallic paint. Okay. Then we dry that off. Didn't add much to the water. Now we're going to do more of a wet brush, which I need to add more metallic. Yuck. I need to add more metallic before we get going with that. There we go. And what a wet brush is, it's just literally, you get the brush wet, you pick up the paint, and it will spread easier, but not as opaque. When it dries, I guess I should get some more water. It will be more of a liquid. This is called diluted painting, effectively. I'm sure it has an official name to it, but believe me, I can't remember. Green. Get it wet. Dip it in. Green. Get it wet. Dip it in. Green. Get it wet. It really does show. Basically with this, it'd be more like the example I was telling you where, you know, it's a child's paint. And why we do this is because a child, when they paint, they add so much water to it. Like, it's just a cleaner brush, but they will opaque it. Oh, they will, no, not opaque, they'll dilute it to where the opaqueness is not as extreme. Also, I can show you. See how it's puddling on the white and the green, and specifically how it's different, how it's starting to separate. Not always the best. A little bit of water can completely separate your paint. Now, is this water-based paint? Yes, so it will do that. Wow, I almost feel like adding water to it. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I just got a good dose of pigment with that last one. Still super wet, so we're just gonna do the last one. Perfect. Now we wait for these to dry and we see the results on different textures. All right, so we'll let these dry and we'll come back to them and we'll see what we've learned. All right, now that our samples have dried, we're going to go over through them and discuss them. First, our napkin. As you can see with our dry brushing, we have a very thick coat of white and a thick coat of green. And even the metallic, you can definitely tell that it's there. Is it particularly shiny or anything special? No. It's definitely there. Same thing with the other three, although they're not as bright because they're diluted. They're still definitely there on the napkin. So definitely with this, it equals out to be a bit more. Very good. I'd give those pretty positive remarks. Let's see, let's choose something else that isn't completely disappointing. I'll go with this. So, with our dry brushing, you can see pretty opaque, green and white, and even our metallic. And you can see the shimmer and shine on it. When you dilute it though, you can definitely see the print through it. And you can't even tell the metallic is there. Overall though, you can see your green in that is still feasible. It would definitely need several coats though. The metallic you would definitely have to layer up. I'll go with just our lined paper. As you can see, our green and our white are very solid. Metallic though, you can still definitely see your print underneath it. Our green and our white though, definitely diluted the print underneath it. This could definitely be a problem if your bleeding was concerned. As you can still sort of see it, but it did dilute it. I guess it's more a problem with the lined paper. You would have to recommend no water being added on lined paper if you cared too much to admit it. With our cereal box strip, again, both our watered down and our normal white reacted very well. Our green, you lost a lot of your opaqueness. With our silver, that was where I said I got a big chunk of pigment. Basically, if I covered that piece, you could just say I had some water here or something. Maybe if you were doing aging, this might be good. This is very streaky though, even with dry brushing. So very disappointing. Yes. Very disappointing. With our cardboard, you're basically seeing the same story. White's pretty good. Our opaqueness is lost with the water. And it basically just looks like you have some dirty water when it comes to your metallic. And finally, we have just our normal printed paper. You can see, again, it's pretty good at covering it. The shininess definitely would need to be, metallic would need to be layered up. The thing about this though is your watered down white almost disappeared with the printed paper. It didn't dilute it at all, the ink. You can't even notice, it's barely there, but it's right here. I can feel it. The green is here and that is it. I think definitely something very interesting to put down. Well, I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. I will have you be watching me, of course, for the next 3 weeks to ensure that you really know how to watch the paint well. Alright. I'll see you tomorrow then. Ta-ta.